Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Chinesky, and along with my good friend Ken Brown, we are your hosts of the local sports wrap-up here on Wyandotte Cable Channel 15. Today is November 2nd. It's a Tuesday, 2021. How you doing there, Ken?
Doing pretty good, man. That was a good weekend. Good sports
I hear there was some kind of football game.
Yeah, there was something going on East Lansing this weekend.
Surprised to see you in blue.
Yeah, I guess I lost a bet, huh? No, I was definitely going state, as we know from last week, but it was a good game, man.
It was a great game. I watched every bit of it. I didn't do anything on that Saturday except watch that game.
Yeah,
and I carved pumpkins while I was watching that game.
No, it's good. I thought the running back from Michigan State was phenomenal. You know, I think he has an opportunity to be a Heisman hopeful. Now 5 touchdowns. You don't see that.
What
much.
did he end up yards-wise?
191 or something like that.
It was incredible that, you know, kind of the Barry Sanders syndrome. He'd get 2 yards. He'd get 2 yards. Just keep handing him the ball because then he's going to get 55.
Yeah.
You know, but he just cuts and he's gone. You know, Barry was more, I had season tickets through the Barry thing. He stopped at the hole and run around. He did that once. The hole was stopped. He went around. You know, was it a fumble in the end zone? Was it not a fumble in the end zone? The ref said no.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was close.
It was very close.
Yeah, it was close. But I wonder what Wake Forest has, right? This kid transfers to Michigan State from Wake Forest. Wake Forest is 8-0. This kid looks phenomenal. I don't know what would make him be in the transfer portal, but thank goodness for the transfer portal for Michigan State.
That's a great point. Yeah. That's a great point. The kid was a backup or maybe on third on the list. Who knows?
And I seen that Wake Forest was 8-0, so I was like, wow, okay, maybe he did have competition. He was like, let me get out of here. He picked a good spot in East Lansing.
Yeah, they love him there.
Yeah.
And how many years do you think he's got left? 2?
He's a junior.
Oh, okay.
He's a junior, yeah.
So 1 more year.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take him for 1 more year.
Go green.
Yeah, go white.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter heard me say that. I wore the green for my son today.
Julia, I got you. I got blue on.
All right, we got some football scores locally. Our first round of the districts was last weekend, and Allen Park took care of Riverview 28-20. From what there it is right there. The other score, Carlson 27-2, and Woodhaven in a slugfest 8-6 over Dearborn.
Yeah, and Rouge ended up edging out. River Rouge ended up edging out Harper Woods 14-6. You had Milan over New Boston Huron 27-6. And then Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea beat Romulus Summit Academy 40-14.
Didn't one of our teams play Chelsea on their non-league game? I don't recall. It's funny I hear that name. I think somebody did.
Yeah, if they did, I'm sure they lost. Chelsea's been good for a little bit.
So this week we've got a great matchup going because you've got Woodhaven's going to go on the road and face Fordson for the district championship this Friday at 7. The Tractors advanced with a 21-14 win over Cass Tech in overtime. The winner of the district will take on either Canton or Belleville the following week for the regional championships. My money's on Belleville.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I hope Woodhaven can beat Fordson. That'd be good. I can't imagine. Fordson must have something, though. It was terrible weather this weekend, but Cass Tech went, from what I saw, they had the run game would have been. I watched them play, and they dominated Southfield A&T. They had a 350-pound lineman. And so I'd be interested to see what happened in that game, 21-14. That's good for Fordson.
It did go to overtime.
Okay.
So I don't know the rules. They each get the ball on the 25 or the 10. Is it the same as college?
No, it's the same as when we play. You're right. Everybody gets the ball on the 25, I believe. Yeah.
Keep getting first downs and score. Yep. Hold them, turnover, sloppy weather. Allen Park, by the way, is going to play Gibraltar Carlson next week. Back in week 3, the Jags handed Carlson a 42-14 defeat. I'd say the line on that game is not going to be 28.
No, it's not. No.
It's not going to be 28. The line on that game is probably about 7.
Yeah.
Or I don't know.
No, I'm sure after week 3, if you had 6 more weeks, Carlson's gotten a lot better. They just won 27-2 over Trenton, and Trenton had a good year, weren't they? They were a 3-way tie for
5-4. They were 5-4. But yeah, there was a new coach.
Yeah.
That came in from the Hall of Famer in Indiana, I believe, and that whole chaos that ensued. They settled down now. Obviously, the fans must have been the parents. Parents are the ones. You better be happy, keeping the parents happy.
And Riverview still did pretty well, and I know that those coaches from Riverview were leaving too because they were in that mix. But they lost to Allen Park 28-20 this week. So
yeah, and that game was pretty even. I mean, the Woodhaven Dearborn High game 8-6. From what I read about the game, Woodhaven scored early, and they went to kick the extra point, and Dearborn High was offsides.
Yeah.
So they moved the ball that much closer, and they went for 2. And it was 8-0 at the half, and it stayed 8-0. And Dearborn, obviously, they had to go for 2 when they finally scored. I don't know what quarter they scored in, but they had to go to 2. But it was a sloppy, wet game on Woodhaven's field, and apparently that AstroTurf that they use it was very hard. You just, as the coach said when they interviewed him, he just wanted them to not give up the big play. So they were trying to keep everything in front. You probably couldn't cut.
Yeah.
Couldn't. Yeah. I don't know.
I saw that the River Rouge and Harper Woods game, and their field conditions were terrible. I mean, it was the Mud Bowl. It looked like they're sliding in mud, like pigs playing in slop. Looked like a lot of fun, to be honest. It looked like a lot of fun.
Those were fun games when it was warm mud.
Yeah.
They weren't so much fun when it was 38-degree mud. Yeah. That much I remember, because I did play football for a little bit. So good luck to both teams. What do we got? Woodhaven, Carlson, and Allen Park. Somebody's got to come out on the one game. Somebody's coming out on top. And we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah.
Good luck to the Downriver teams. And Bruce, I don't know who they're hitting next, but they were solid last year.
Yeah.
They'll probably be all right.
Yeah, they'll be ready.
Got a little mention of the other kind of football. Groseville boys soccer won their 4th straight regional, and they've won 2 straight state titles, so 4th straight regionals. They've been runner-up the other year.
Yeah.
So if they win one more game, they're playing November 3rd. They're playing tomorrow at Parker Middle School in Howell. With the victory, they'll advance to the state championship game, 4th year of the row, and would play for their 3rd consecutive state title. That's
They play Flint Powers. Flint Powers. That's the school they play. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, that should be a good game. You got a good Catholic school up in Flint, usually pretty strong. So yeah, but 4 times in a row is good. Yeah, I'll take Groseville.
I read they played them earlier in a non-league tune-up game way back in September, and Groseville beat them 3-0.
Okay.
Didn't Groseville have a superstar last year on that team?
Yeah, the kid was like 4-time All-State or whatnot.
Scored like 50 goals in 30 games or something like that. But he's gone.
He's gone. So they've got a factory, right?
Yeah, they've got a factory. Without a doubt, they've got a factory.
The guys on the island are doing well. That's good.
We got volleyball results. We don't get volleyball too often, but we've got some volleyball results. Shocking results. Division I, District 24, Riverview beat Southgate Anderson 3-0, and Gibraltar Carlson beat Taylor 3-0. That's not the shocker.
No. Division I, District 25, we got Edsel Ford 3, Lincoln Park 0.
That's not the shocker.
And here's the shocker. Dearborn High 3, Allen Park 0.
They swept them in straight sets.
Yeah, and I can't believe that. Allen Park's normally really, really strong.
Solid.
Whether it's volleyball, softball, girls basketball, they're always pretty good. It's hard to believe. Maybe it's the field conditions.
They've gotten out of the districts and the regionals many, many, many years. Yeah. They've just swept out of here. I remember talking to the principal, because they are clients of mine, talking to the principal and him saying, but once we get up into them Novi schools and all them other schools, we get it handed to us. But they always win the region, and to be swept. And the third set wasn't even close. You think, obviously they were battling, but from what I recall, it was, do I have it here? Yeah, 25-21, 25-18, and then 25-15. So the third set wasn't even.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't even a match.
Anticlimactic. Yeah, it ended up happening. Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's. But go Dearborn High. Let's see. We got. I guess the girl. They're superstars. Catherine Belair, and she was all over the field. She was hammering the ball. Some of the stuff. Every time Allen Park seemed to make a run, she'd say, "Not so fast."
Yeah, and they're the pioneers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's good. Yeah. In Division I, District 26, we had River Rouge over Melvindale 3-1. And in Division II, District 55, you had Flat Rock 3-0 over Romulus.
And there was a game. Robichaud played Taylor Prep in Division III, District 88. 3-1, they took care of them. Future here, we've got Carlson is going to take on Trenton. Carlson will face Woodhaven. Riverview will take on Trenton. I guess they got buys because they were top teams in our league.
Right.
To get back to the Allen Park thing, they'll Dearborn has to take on Divine Child. And our Bears get the host. That's this Wednesday, tomorrow at 7. But see, it says 6 p.m. for the Bears. That won't be over that quick. It's at the same.
The final set is
they have
Thursday.
2 gyms.
Yep.
They have 2 gyms.
Yep.
Oh.
So they'll play Wednesday, and then they'll play Thursday for the final. Yep.
Got it.
No, but that makes sense. So the Bears are still in it.
We're playing Edsel Ford.
Yep, and they play at home. So that should be a good thing for us. Yeah, come out and get a W for the Bears.
Just keep battling. Volleyball, they work so hard. And then I get them to play. I get them to bowl.
You spent many shifts in the gym watching volleyball, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yes, you know all about it. Your daughter played for a while anyway.
Yeah.
So, good luck. What do we got here? Good luck, Bears. And no more Allen Park. Dearborn's going to, who's Dearborn High playing? They're taking on, they're playing Divine Child. That's a cross-town inner Dearborn match.
Right there.
Beyond
Backyard.
all matches, man. That'd be just a semi-rivalry going on there.
Yeah, those kids that couldn't afford to go to
Divine Child. It's about $8,000 a year.
Yeah.
It was when I was younger.
Yeah, the kids that couldn't afford are going to go ahead and give them some lumps, I think.
It's if the superstar keeps coming through,
Belair.
I
like it.
I read the article, and apparently she hit a spike from the back line that just said, "Oh no, you don't."
Yeah.
They were starting to come back, Allen Park, and then the article read that. And thank you, Mellis and News Herald, for some of the reading I can do. Get some stats on what's going on. But she hammered one from the back line, which is doesn't happen much in that game, and they were like, "Whoa." And
she's for real.
She's like, no.
Dikembe Mutombo. I know what you mean.
Put a stop to that rally.
Yeah.
And I guess she's just, when she's in the front line, she's just pounding the ball.
Yeah.
So I'd be feeding her every time, even though they don't want to. Our track team, our boys and girls, several downriver area cross-country runners qualified for the state finals.
Tell me something new you learned about cross country.
I Googled it. I realized it's 5,000 meters.
Okay.
I didn't know how far they ran.
So that's about 3.1 miles
Correct.
or something like that.
Right in there, and at the middle schools they do 2.1 miles.
Okay.
What is that? Like that would be 3,000 meters?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, something close like that.
Yeah, so 3 miles, and the times they're running, 17s and 16s. That's 5-minute miles.
That's good, yeah.
Across the uneven terrain. Sloppy fields, sloppy tracks. Last Saturday, sloppy track.
Definitely. Through the woods.
Yeah,
over the valley.
Lake Erie Metro Park. 2 runners from the downriver area and 2 from Dearborn compete Saturday. I think it's at noon at the state finals, November 6th, MIS, Michigan International Speedway. Now they've got at least, that's a 2.5-mile oval, So obviously they could run outside if they wanted, but where else to have a bunch of people and they could set up a route. I don't know how much up and down you get in that infield unless it's artificial up and down. They could make them run up the bank of the track in certain spots, but if the kids are wearing track shoes, you wouldn't want to run on that pavement.
Yeah, but I think
I've never been.
I thought cross country was like, at least back in the olden days, that our trail was through the woods. But it was a concrete trail or asphalt, whatever. But they ran through there. I wonder, is it wide open? Like at the Michigan, I haven't been to Milan in a long time, but from the last time I saw it, was wide open. I didn't see any like brush or terrain that they had to kind of go through.
40 years ago, I went to a race there a couple of times. My wife is a big fan, and we were freshly married, so I tagged along. And but you don't see everything in the infield's covered with trucks and campers and people in there partying their butts off. There's not much partying that goes on at racing. Just I heard there was some.
I'll tell you something I learned about cross country. You ready?
Yeah.
The top 3 teams and the top 7 runners from other teams in the field qualify for state.
So the top 3 teams, that's 15 people right there.
Okay.
And then you get 7 more, so that's 22.
Okay. And that's
in that region.
Okay.
Because obviously there's several regions.
Correct.
Okay.
So now Wyandotte's representative was junior Michael McCooch.
Go Mike.
He finished 5th overall with a 17:37, 17 minutes, 37 seconds. So he was moving pretty swiftly. Fortson had a guy, Marwan, finished 7th. Dearborn High had Sam Roberts, finished 8th. And then Samuel Rankin from the Wyandotte Roosevelt Bears came in at 17:55. So they got 2 boys that are actually qualified for the state championship.
That's cool. And at 5th overall, all I got to say to Mike and Sam, get in front of everybody, okay? This is state finals. Get in front of them, make them pass you. You know, don't sit back and think I'm going to catch them. When that start is, and the start's got to be nuts because there's probably 200 people in there in the start, how you worm your way to the front. Maybe because of where you place, you get seated accordingly. That would be a nice way to do it.
Yeah.
Because what if you were like top dog that won this race? This race, by the way, the Division I boys, the Southeastern Conference Red Division dominated the race. Saline took first with 54 points. And what we determined was that the place you finish is your point.
Sure.
If you're first, second, third, fourth, and fifth, you're going to win it with 15 points.
Yeah.
Followed by Pioneer, Ann Arbor, I'm sure, 59. And then Monroe, 104. So Dearborn was 5th.
Yeah.
Woodhaven, 6th. Where did Roosevelt finish? 8th? Okay.
They finished 8th at 208. Allen Park was 9th with 210. Carlson 10th, 239. Southgate Anderson 12th with 314. And Crestwood came in 14th with 391.
So think about that. Roosevelt ran 8th with 208 points, and yet they had 2 guys that totaled 17.
Yeah. So the other guys.
In the other tournaments we were at, those guys were finishing 30th, 25th, something like that, and Roosevelt was getting 1st and 2nd. There must be so many kids in the States that their 30th turns into like 50th. You know what I mean? I read the article, but I didn't want to put everything in there.
But even if it's 5, and I see what you're saying, because 5 plus 12 is 17, and then you got to subtract 208 to give you
91 points.
191 points. Yeah, with the other 3 runners.
That'd be 56. That'd be 60, 60, 60.
Yeah.
Like 62, 68, 65, something like that.
So it was a big field.
Yeah, it had to be a huge field. But, you know, Mike and Sam, congrats. You know, you guys are top 12. And keep everyone behind you. Okay, you get out the gate, catch up to whoever's in front, burn your energy, and then let's
have a big kick at the end. That's it.
Oh yeah,
that's it. I think that they should listen to you. Coach Marty is telling you the truth. Get in the front. Get in the front of it.
Running's, I didn't do much of it, but running is funny. You know, you can't. You're all running. You're all gassed at 17 minutes, so get in front of them. Yeah. And then if they get by your shoulder, just stay in front of them.
That's it.
You're going to be gassed.
Get
Let's
yourself
not. You're
big.
going to be gassed at the end, regardless if you finish 5th or if you finish 1st.
That's right.
You're still going to be gassed.
Yeah, might as well go ahead and get it, right? Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, the girls, how'd the girls do?
The defending state Pioneers had 4 of the top 7 finishers.
Wow.
And 6 of the top 13.
Jeez.
And ran away with the D1 regional at Lake Erie Metro Park. The Pioneers crossed first with just 29 points.
That's 6 apiece. 5 people, that's 6.
Yeah, that's 6.
Saline was second, 49. Bedford third with 80. So those 3 teams get their players. Woodhaven ran 4th with 125, and Woodhaven's been sweeping every downriver meet. Yeah. They had 120. Allen Park 5th, 149. Roosevelt 6th, 183. Then you had Anderson, Carlson, Dearborn, Crestwood, Fordson. Finished, 9th, 10th, 12th, 13th, 14th.
But the same premise, right? You got 7 teams that all qualified in the top 3, right?
The 15 girls from the top 3 go.
Yeah.
And then 7 people.
7 people. So Wyandotte Junior Samantha Cost finished 20th.
Nice.
So she's in. And then you got senior Aubrey Magoski. She finished 25th. She's in.
Nice.
Those are the 2 girls that actually qualified for the state championship run, what have you. What about the girl that we read about last week, Lisa? What was her name?
Lewicki.
Yeah. How'd she do?
She was 3rd overall.
Okay.
Behind the Pioneer Junior Rachel Forsythe, and then Bedford Senior Madison Foster. She was 3rd, 1915. Cost was 20th. She was about 2 minutes behind. But yeah, I mean, she's 3rd. That's great. And then you look at these Pioneer, Bedford. Pioneer just had to have 1st, 4th, 5th, 8th, 10th, something in that realm, to get 29.
Yeah, it seems that, Lisa was still 44 seconds behind the lead, too. Wow, she was 40-something seconds behind the lead.
Only
she was 3rd.
13 behind Foster, though. 13 seconds behind 2nd place. Maybe she knew she was in.
And she just conserved until the end.
Top 3, she knew she was in. She knew her team wasn't going to support her. Who knows?
Another downriver team that did pretty good. Woodhaven will send 3 runners to the state finals.
Nice.
Senior Brianna. Sophomore, you want to go for it? Vojanov. All right. Then we got sophomore Peyton Scheffler and junior Katie Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Okay, Dietrich.
I know her uncle.
Oh, I thought you knew the first store, Dietrich.
No, he's that family. I know his kids. His kids are the same age as my daughter. He has twins.
Okay, not the one that finished 21st.
No, that's his niece. That's his niece. But she would be a little too old to be running there.
Now, yeah.
But there we go. We got 2 Wyandotte girls. Again, I'm going to give you the same lesson. Stay ahead of everybody.
If you can.
Get out the gate. Run your best. And it's hard. It's hard. It's going to be good running weather. And I think it's noon, November 6th at MIS. One thing about that can handle a load of people. They got the parking lots. They got everything they need to put you in there. The track has got to run all crazy in there. And maybe it runs up and down the ramp. Maybe you run in tennis shoes. You don't have to run in track shoes or spikes or anything like that. Maybe they cross country in tennis shoes. I really should look into it more. We should ask George.
Yeah, I bet you he knows.
Yeah.
George, what kind of shoes do they wear in cross country?
At the state finals, at least, anyway.
Yeah. Email it to us.
Yeah. That email up for a couple minutes here. LocalSportsWrapUp@gmail.com. Yeah. The football game was great, but then the next day there was a football game that wasn't so great. I think the Lions could go 0-17. I know there's a show on this cable channel that talks about the same thing, but
I'm sure that they can go 0-17. If you looked at the schedule, I thought that this week, like most people, this was their best chance to win one. But it just appears that their defense let them down.
I was golfing. I saw none of it. I know I'm out of my suicide pool.
You had
Yeah,
Cincy.
I'm so sad. I had Cincy.
Yeah.
And I guess they got, someone said blame the refs, but I'm not blaming
They
the
were up 31-20 with 5 minutes to go to the Jets. And
it
they
was
had
a
missed the
backup
cover.
quarterback,
Yeah,
wasn't
but
it?
that guy threw for 400, caught a two-point conversion. He looked like a superstar. Something. His last name's White. He was a phenomenal player. And I lost too. I had Cincy.
Oh, did you?
So I
You're
couldn't
out
have helped
too?
you. Yeah, I couldn't
My
have helped
partners are still in. They've got, they had Kansas City who just stuck by last night.
yeah.
So we've got 4 people left in the pool.
Okay.
I'm still hanging. I still get my cut even if I'm not there at the end.
And for the love of God, I cannot understand why the Lions continue to sell out.
They didn't. They only had 47,000.
That's good. That's good. Yeah.
I saw none of it, and then I turned my phone on after golfing and saw it was 44-6. I went, "You're kidding me."
They had 2 backup running backs for the Eagles. Scott is his last name, and then the guy Howard, Jordan Howard, that was with the Bears forever. They both had 2 touchdowns. They both had 2 touchdowns. So it's like you can't help what's going on with them, man. You can't. I'm glad I'm a Cowboy fan anyway.
I heard, yeah, it's easy to be a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, since
Hard to be a Lions fan.
Roger Staubach and Tony Dorsett. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I heard the coach on the fan this morning, and he was like, "Does he think they can go 0-17? Does it ever cross his mind?" And he had a good answer. He says, "If we quit tackling, if we quit missing blocks, if we keep doing the things that, missing wide open receivers, we're going to be 0-17.
Yeah.
He didn't hide it one bit.
I like Campbell. I like Dan Campbell. He played in the league. He's got a good coaching staff. I think if they can hold firm like they did for Matt Millen,
Yeah.
they can do it.
So we've got very few minutes here. We want to wish all the downriver teams. How's Dad?
He's better.
Okay.
He's better. His numbers are up. Jimmy Lewis.
Yep, and Mom. Hi, Mom. The go downriver teams, Bears have an outside chance. They're still in it, We're playing for the district or regional volleyball, yeah. Might be something we want to watch. I bowl on Wednesdays, though. I won't get to see it.
Basketball's going to start for Wyandotte in December.
Yeah, everything, all the fall
wonderful.
sports. My bowling tryouts are November 15th, which is 13 days away.
All right.
Same day I'm going to see the Stones.
All right.
I have to go to a tryout, and then I have to go to a concert.
Yeah, for you.
My wife wanted to see them.
That's good.
I've seen them before.
Yeah.
But, hey, what the heck? I love rock and roll. For Ken Brown, I'm Marty Chinesky. We are your hosts of Local Sports Wrap-Up. We will see you next Monday, and we will talk about what happened last weekend. Thanks for watching, and tune in next week. And catch us on YouTube, Local Sports Wrap-Up.